This is me recording with the sanyo 8mm PS 120p camcorder from the 1990s, and this is, I managed to get this on eBay for £49. It's never been used, it's absolutely mint boxed. This camera is amazing. It can actually, it runs off of AA batteries, as well as normally these cameras, it has to have a lithium battery that was sold separately. So this little camera doesn't have an electronic viewfinder, so it's a bit like the Amstrad BMC 100. It's an optical viewfinder, and that means that instead of looking at a black and white TV picture, you're looking at a full colour through, like looking through a little telescope, and that saves the battery power. And that's how they could make this camera with operating on ordinary AA batteries that you can buy in a shop, which is excellent, because if you go away somewhere with a camcorder and your batteries go down, well, that's you stop. Well, you just go to the shop and buy some more. We're looking here, very bright sunshine today at Lochee Road now, so I'm panning the camera back round and looking at the buses. And obviously this is not going to be like high definition quality. So I'm taking that 120 means it's 120 lines progressive, as opposed to 240 lines interlaced, which was a kind of video standard back in the day. I'm just going to, has a zoom lens facility, so I'm going to make a slight telephoto. I can't remember what that is. So that's it, the telephoto. And again, I can't see these pictures. I've got to kind of play them back on the television. You can't just sort of stop the tape and then rewind and play on the camera that you would normally do with, like, so it's just a simple camera. And so there we are, and we're in the kind of grassy area of the trees, and these are like the little flats for pensioners, and the Burnside Court over there. Over here we've still actually got a call box here, payphone, and a proper red post box, and that's even post letters. Looking over, see the Phoenix v Shoppy, which we still can't get into. We've had this for months, and the council is supposed to be replacing the door. As far as I know, that hasn't happened yet. It's locked out. I'm now going to take a walk round towards the little observing site. I take my telescope. We've now built a community garden. So this is like the first kind of recording on 8mm video 8 I'd done for about 3 or 4 years, because I bought another bush camera, a cheapo camera on eBay for a laugh. I made a short video, but never really kind of used it. This is a lot superior camera, better quality, and of course 8mm tape, you don't make it anymore, but you can still get new old stock. And of course now what happens with this is it can be transferred onto a DVD recorder, and then you can upload the video to my YouTube TV channel. So we've got a very sunny day here in Dundee, which is actually the Glasgow Fair period, and I was in Glasgow this morning and it was like this, it was like Florida, which is amazing because normally it's always raining. You can look here at a Burnside Court, and then panning over here we've got this Cox's Stack, which is from the old jute mill. And of course Dundee, it's got its money from jute. 3 J's, jam, jute and journalism. And the only thing that we have left of that now, of course, is journalism with DC Thompson's, the Courier, the Sunday Post, and the Evening Telegraph, and the Beano Comic, etc. This is the hard standing area. This used to be lockups. The lockups are now demolished. Hardly anybody that lives here has got motor cars, so they tend to be used by people who don't even live here. And that's an area there which is, I thought we could have part of the garden there, but the trees kind of block out the sunlight. So what we've done is we've moved it up to the area here, and this area is known as Green Fields. And this actually used to be a railway line. This was the Coxburgh's jute mill, had its own railway track that went off the railway line on the Lochee to Newtile branch of the railway, and the original Lochee station is just across the road. It's now the Burns Club. And so 50 years ago, in 1967, there would be lots of railway tracks in here. And this is the area when I'm not at the Mills Observatory, particularly during the summertime, late summer, we can bring the telescope out in here. It's not ideal, but the trees protect dim down the light from the light pollution. And we can see the stars and the planets here, and I managed to get some video of the moon. And we can see the kind of concrete area, kind of paving in the middle. I'm just going to zoom in on that. And this is an area here where, for my telescope, it's right in the middle. And we can see the planters there. And people can grow food, so we've got like tomatoes or lettuce or peas. No idea of it. And it's free to use. So we've got quite a lot of people started. So we've actually started growing things here. We have been talking about community garden here for about the last 3 or 4 years. But it's finally happening thanks to the Dundee City Council and Kate, who is in charge of the community gardens in Dundee, and we've got lots of them in Dundee. So here at the front we've got like work benches, and I think that's also that people can pot their plants, etc. And what interests that to me is at night time, you've got like the little Skywatcher or the National Geographic Dobsonian telescope, and it can go on there because it's like a tabletop telescope. And the idea here is in the winter again, we'll maybe try to do some public observing here for the kind of local people if they are interested. And through here, that pathway, the new pathway is put into the building at the back there, and that is the Lochee Boxing Club, Lochee Boxing Club, and because Lochee has had a history of boxers that have lived here over the years, so we've actually got a boxing club, so they are participating in this garden as well. And moving round. So here are like planters and different plants. Let's come over. This is my one here. So you've got these different plants here. So here, these little tiny ones are peas, and then at the back here, these ones are tomatoes, and tomato plants here. Carrots, sorry, there's carrots at the back, so that's the carrots. And in the middle I've got tomatoes, And then over here we've got peas. I put the seeds in, so. And then there's other people got the, you can have your own planter area. And this one over here, there's lots in this one. And then we've got another kind of workbench here. It's quite interesting because you could put a small tabletop Dobsonian telescope could sit on here at night time, and you can see we're looking to these trees there. So that's me looking kind of south. So at the moment Saturn is up here and Jupiter, but again unfortunately they are very low down, so we'd actually see them, they're very near the horizon. But earlier on when Jupiter was higher, I get some pictures. So this is my little garden, it's a little quiet area. And before it was a community garden, this was just grass here. And I was always concerned that it would be built over. In fact, if you look at this little kind of house and scheme in here and talk about building a road right through, but fortunately not. This is protecting our environment and it's not happening now. So at the back towards this wall here, they're going to be planting more kind of shrubbery, so for the wildlife. So because we've got foxes here and hedgehogs and different types of birds, you know, and so that it's got a little urban area in here for the wildlife. And then right at the back there's a kind of big white box, and that's, going to zoom back, is for water, so you can put your water in it. So there we go. So they thinned back some of the trees, but the problem is this area is kind of raised, so it's difficult for disabled people or people with mobility issues to get up here. So what we've done is that we've made a path over here, and we just go for a little walk round. So the battery life is holding up in this little camera. I wasn't sure if it would run down, because the original batteries were still sealed in the box, but obviously they were totally dead. This camera is from the 1990s, and it looks like this is its first time it's being used. It's at all being used. That's what Harley uses, absolutely mint condition. So coming back. And these buildings through there are part of the derelict mill building, but there's a guy, Anders, who's in Norway, I think he owns it. He was going to convert them to flats. The one through at the back already is flats, but that hasn't happened because it's been too expensive for them at the moment. Little feature in the middle with the rocks, the plants in the middle, and we had to get these rocks to keep cars out from using it as a car park. But now we've got a gate, just like we see at the observatory. And these metal containers, it's obviously the workmen that build it, keep their tools. You know, somebody's trying to build something with these bricks. So this is me test recording on video 8 with a small camcorder, the Sanyo PS120p, and Ian Downey had one of these cameras back in the 1990s. It's like a action cam because it's quite miniature. Of course, compared to a modern action cam, it is it's massive, but there we are. It's easier to hold than these little tiny modern digital cameras. This is the trees at the back of the other side court, and at that point I'll just end this video.